Okay, so I wanted to do an update video again for my electrolysis journey. So I was able to go for an hour-long session today, and I think an hour is even better than 30 minutes because she can get a lot more of the hair. So it's looking really good, and I'm really happy with it. Um, so that was my 7th treatment. So the first like 6 treatments I had were like half hour, and this time it was 1 hour. And I use the lidocaine cream I have again. So I use like this lidocaine and prilocaine cream, 2.5%, 2.5%. And I used to use this when I would go for laser hair removal. And I think the first time I used it for electrolysis, it didn't work because I used like my finger to put it on. And usually I would use like a tongue depressor to put it on because you really need a thick layer of it, like you're putting like icing on a cake. And I think when I use my fingers, like it just doesn't, it's not as easy to make it that thick. So I used something to like put it on so it was very thick, and then I put like some plastic wrap on and I just let it sit on for like an hour beforehand. So I think it helped a lot better this time because it was a thicker layer of the cream, but you still feel it. But it's okay, it's worth it, and I really love the results so far. So I'm probably starting to turn red, but she got more of this side, and I think the hair on this side is more like recalcitrant because this is the side that your aorta is on, so all of the oxygenated, like nutrient rich blood is going to go to this side, whereas this side is not as bad because like the blood has already circulated through your whole body and there's not as much oxygen and nutrients once it gets back to like the vena cava over here. So maybe that's why this side is worse. And also it's like I feel like it's more painful on this side than it is on this side. But yeah, I'm glad that I was able to go for an hour because it gave her more time to get more of the hair from this side. So I really love that it's permanent. I feel like my chin is really good now and it's not really that noticeable. There's like some thinner hairs that are still there, but like the really thick ones that I used to have here are just like gone and they haven't come back since like the first session that I had. And I'm just really happy with the results, and I'm gonna keep doing it. I have a twin sister and she has it like a lot worse than I do. Like she has much thicker hair and like more of it. And so she's been going for sessions as well, and I already see like a difference, and it just helps you feel more confident when you're not like a super hairy woman. So if you have a lot of annoying facial hair and you're tired of like these methods that aren't really permanent or that cause you like side effects that you don't like, I do highly recommend finding somebody that is a skilled electrologist who has experience treating you, especially if you're somebody with coarse hair and darker skin. It will work. And I haven't had like scarring. I think I've had like some dark spots like on this side, but I think that's because like some of the hairs like would try to grow back ingrown, and I hate when that happens because then it makes my skin like hyperpigmented in that area. So what I do is after like the day before the treatment, and I think for a few days afterwards, you shouldn't use like something that's really like harsh or exfoliating. Just use very gentle and like unscented cleansers for your skin. And then maybe like 3 or 5 days after the appointment, that's when I go back to using like my exfoliators and like lactic acid and glycolic acid and things like that to help prevent the hair from growing back ingrown. Because if you're exfoliating the skin, then the hair won't be able to grow back under the skin because you're constantly like taking off like the top layer. So I love it and I'm happy with it, and I'm gonna keep doing it.